the name is list. This is 0 is the first position. So there are total 20 rooms from 0 to 19. There is a dotted. Okay. Now initial base address suppose 2000. Next room is 2002 under DOS operating system, that is a 16-bit operating system. This is 2004 and so on. Suppose there are 5 values, so that the value of n equals to 5. Okay, and the value are suppose 5, 7, 2, 9, 3. Now the new element I10 equals to 4 should be inserted, and the position is 2. Position is 2. So according to user, if the position is 2, now which value should be, so 4 will be placed in which position? So if user asks to insert 4 at 2 position, that means 2 means in 1/8 position of array. Okay, understand? Because user don't know the array will start from the 0th position. Okay, so it can, user can see that is the list is 5, 7, 2, 9, 4, 3. So if he or she wants to store this 4 at the position of 7, okay, that means the 4 will be stored at second position, and after inserting this 4, 7 come into the third position. So what is the way we can insert it? The way is that we have to shift the last room value. Okay, so first of all we have to think that what is the valid position. Okay, so if there have 5 elements, 5, the length of the list is 5, suppose, so what will be the maximum valid position? So according to the minimum valid position, because of there have a list, so user can ask us to insert the new element at first position. Okay, first position means at 0th position of array. Okay, and the maximum position will be the last position. So what is the last position? Right now last position is 4th position, but after that if user want to insert the new value will be the last position, will be the last value, so it will be the n nth position. You can see n have 5 elements, so nth position is, according to the array, nth position will be the ultimate valid position where we can insert. But if user wants to insert at 6, according to user, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 position suppose, so there have no sixth element, but user want to insert at 7 position, so that is called invalid. Okay, so first of all, the whatever the user is giving the position for array, that that is that will be pos minus 1, first of all. Okay. And secondary is if whatever the value of n, if pause equals to n, that is the maximum valid position. Okay, that is the maximum valid position. So that is why in our program first we have to check the position is valid or not. So if the position is not valid, so we have to print that the position is invalid and return from the function. Okay. So here we just ask to the user by a printf function within double quote backslash n, enter the position, enter the position where you position you want to insert new item. Okay, and semicolon and scan that value by scanf function %d separator ampersand pause end semicolon and now check or check the validity of pause. So if pause equals to n, so that using a printf backslash n, the position is invalid end semicolon and return. If the position is not invalid, then we can insert the new value. So before that, to insert, we have to ask to user by a printf function %d, oh sorry, backslash n, enter the item to insert semicolon enter scanf double quote %d separator ampersand item end semicolon. Now, so item is scan and take input from user and store into the item variable. Now we have to assign this item into a particular position. Okay. So now we have to understand what is the procedure. Suppose position is 2 is given by user and the item is 4. Okay. So we have to insert this item 4 into the position 2. So now we first of all we have to go to the n minus 1th position, that is the last element. Where is the last element? And shift it into the n plus, if so, that is the ith position right now, and shift the value, ith position value, towards its right side, that is mean I plus 1th position. So 3 will be shift towards its right row. Okay. Then I will be decrement by 1 and come into this position. Okay. Then again, whatever the value is current position of I of list, ith position of the list or array, so that value will be shifted its right side or right row, that is 9 shifting here. Then I will be decrement by 1, come into this position. Again 2 will be shift its right side, so 2 is come into this position. Now again I will come into this location and 7 will be shift its right row, and then I come, finally I come in this location. Okay. So now after that we have to assign the new item into the I plus 1th position, that is 4. So according to this rule, the first job, the loop will start where I equals to n minus 1. Okay. So within the program here, I just write a for, then initial value of I equals to n minus 1. That is the last row or last, actually last value. Okay. Now I just leave the condition part right now, and I will be decrement every time, so I minus minus. Okay. Now within brace, our first job of whatever the current position of value of list, that is uh, a, sorry, not a, it's a list, list I, the value of ith position in list will be assigned into the next row. So list I plus 1 equals to list I. This is our first line. So this is the shifting towards the right side. So maybe some student will write the list I equals to list I plus 1. For those students, I want to say that when you pour the water into the glass, so first of all you have to put the glass over the table. Then you have to pour the water from the jug or the bottle.